Hey, all right, we live.
We are live.
We are live.
I said, come
Hey,
on in the room,
come on
friend.
in the room.
Come on in the
Come on in
room.
the room
Stream, come on in the room.
so that we can welcome you all into the room.
Yes, yes, yes. Come on in the room.
We want to welcome you, welcome you, welcome. Welcome to all of you that are joining tonight.
Yes.
So good to be on with you
Mm-hmm.
as you join us with Dating God's Way with Willie and Ebony.
Oh.
I'm Willie.
I'm Ebony.
Amen. My amazing, amazing, amazing wife. Wife of almost 25 years.
I mean, in just a few days.
In just a it won't be long from now.
In just a few
Mhm.
days,
In
we
just
will
a
be
few
25 years old. Oh my gosh.
25,
Wow. What does that mean?
25.
Our brain is fully developed.
Yours might be. I don't know if mine is. The verdict is still out on that one.
My goodness. It takes about 25 years for the male brain to fully develop.
Ah,
Anyway,
ah,
ah,
ah. Uh, if you say so,
that's what they say. I don't know.
that's
I
what
read that
they say.
somewhere.
Mm.
Read it somewhere. Hey, come on in the room, y'all.
Hey, come on in the room. Good to see you. Good to see you
It is
join. Let
excited.
us
Yes.
let us know where you're joining from. Let us know where you're joining from as you come into the room. Let us know where you're joining from. Yeah, yeah. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's
Yes,
have
yes,
some
yes.
fun discussion.
Very hey T. Good to
Yes.
see you tonight, T.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Let us know when you join. Tell us where you're from.
Tell you what, tell us where you from. Period.
And Bowie. All right, all right. Bowie,
Oh,
go Bowie.
boy in the house. Yes,
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 yes.
yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us? Are you married? Unmarried? Are you looking for
Looking for
a companion?
companionship. Come on, come on.
Yeah, yeah. Who are you? Who are you? Coming to the room? Yes, yes, yes. Tell us where you are, who you are, where you from.
Period.
At
Hey,
least, at least give us the state. You don't have to put the city in the state. We don't want to like. we don't want to.
you
We
don't
don't
want to
want
get
to hone
stalkerish. You
in
don't want
on
to
you.
get stalkerish.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't. Yeah, we don't want to do that. And let us know. Are you married? Unmarried? Are you looking for someone? What
Period.
is it? As we get into our discussion tonight.
Marry or what? Oh my gosh. It's about to get real, real. Marry or what?
Yeah,
Because hilarious. Marry or
yeah,
what?
yeah. Somebody gonna do that as a meme. I'm gonna find a way to get my 1.3 million off of streaming like other
Oh
people
my
are.
gosh. That is so wild.
I'm a find a way.
You gonna find a way.
They don't know
Hilarious.
how.
Because
Yes,
hilarious.
yes, yes. Yeah, as you coming in and telling us who you are, where you from. Are you married, unmarried? Are you looking to be
Looking,
married? Are you looking for someone? Um, are you looking for potentials?
period. Are you looking for
Potentials.
some issues? Yes,
Are
yes,
you
yes.
looking for potentials? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get started in a minute. In a minute, we're gonna give y'all a few more minutes to come on in the room so we can get stirred, get this thing all the way stirred up, all the way stirred, stirred.
Stir.
I like saying stirred. I don't know. That's a good word, stirred. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Unmarried and available. All right, go
Period. Here
ahead.
we go.
Period.
That's what we doing
All
tonight.
right.
Period.
All right, all right. Unmarried and available.
Available.
Go ahead with your bad self. All right, all right.
So, as we're getting into it tonight, first of all, I just want to mention again that we have a Dating God's Way And a Married God's Way book, wherever you want to get into. If you want to get into further into your dating journey, and or if you want to prepare for marriage, are you in marriage, all of the things, we have both of those products available for you as we get ready to get into it tonight. Period. Married
Period.
or what?
Married or what?
I'm just getting our conversation started by saying this is one of the most important decisions you can make in your lifetime. Marriage is one of the most important decisions, other than becoming a believer of Jesus Christ. Is like one of the most important decisions that you can make is who you marry.
Oh
Do you
my.
agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Marriage, if you decide to get married, well, you saying marriage, deciding to
Marriage,
get
yeah.
married? Yeah.
Who you marry, who you marry,
Yeah.
who you
Yeah,
marry.
that's a lifetime commitment.
It's a lifetime commitment, but also it's a destiny shifter.
Oh,
Like
destiny
marriage,
shifter.
yes, marriage is a destiny shifter.
Ooh.
Who you
Why?
marry impacts your destiny.
Really?
Yes.
Let me ponder on that.
Think about it. Who you marry at any age shifts your destiny.
Hmm.
It's a destiny shifter.
Hmm. Okay. But
Okay.
as we'll talk, we'll come to some conclusions. We'll come to some conclusions, or see if we can bring this back around that will support your statement. So
Sure.
let's so as we talk,
This is
we're
evidence.
bringing
Yeah, we'll get into it.
some supporting um
Supporting evidence.
supporting evidence
Mm.
to either find that to be not, I'm not gonna say factual or unfactual, but to find that to be accurate.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So it's so right now on the table that marriage is a destiny shifter.
Yes.
Woo. Okay.
Marriage is a destiny shifter. Yes.
Marriage is a destiny shifter. All right. Okay. 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 All right. I'm gonna be thinking about that for these next few minutes that while we on this while we on this stream. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, as we generally do for these shows, we do an amount of research. So we don't come just with our opinions, but we do some amount of research that gets us into a topic. And this week we're talking about marriage. Marry or what? Like some facts about marriage. And I thought some of your stats that you pull, hey Tanya James, some of the stats that you pull, very interesting about divorce and such. But how do you want to start this convo? Because you know, I already jumped into marriage being a destiny shifter, so I think you should.
How do I want to start this convo? Let's give some facts. Let's give some not facts. Let's give some statistics.
Some statistics. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Sister Kelly. Hey. I would like to welcome all you
first timers of Dating God's Way. Welcome.
Yes. Welcome.
Yes, and all of you veterans. Welcome.
Yes,
You've been
welcome.
rocking with us since the beginning. Hey.
I don't know. I don't have an air horn, so that's the best I can do tonight.
That's hilarious.
I don't have the sound effect button. Yeah, go ahead.
So statistics. Let's get into it. Statistics. So divorce rates. Okay, this is one we get into first.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Divorce rates. Okay, and so they find out that faith-based groups, some faith-based groups have lower divorce rates, and some faith-based groups have higher divorce rates. I thought this was really interesting because what it showed was that Catholics have very low divorce rates.
Mm-hmm.
Evangelical Protestants, they have higher, lower but higher, in my opinion. 28% is high.
28% is high. I
I don't know
mean,
why they said lower because that's high. Period. But I will say that born again Christians such as ourselves have a high divorce rate. I was
oh,
why do we have a high divorce rate? We
oh,
don't get started. He already used to do sound effects. We're not going back. Child, gone with that. Born again believers actually have a high divorce rate.
wow.
People who say they born again believers have a high, I'm talking about 33%. And some of the key takeaways in this, because I really love Barna. Okay, Barna is this study was done by Barna. Some of it was that the likelihood of divorce was lower when couples prayed together, when they practiced their faith together, and when they were in religious services together. All of those things like lowered divorce rates.
But we also have to put some caption on that stat.
Okay.
And the caption is, we don't know when they gave that survey if the respondent was coming from out of a divorce or was divorced as a believer. So was they divorced before they were transformed, or not, or before they became a believer, or after?
Well, I mean, I do think that some of the questions they asked them about, like, did they go to church together? Did they pray together? So some of this says like there is a post-faith component, whether the post-faith component was one was a believer already or one was a believer after. Somewhere there was a faith conversion that took place.
Yeah, but some regardless, it is still the highest percentage of faith-based groups.
Period.
And when I read that, me and my weird humor, I'm like, so does people that talk to Jesus have a higher divorce rate? How can that be? Because born again believers, we have the Holy Spirit, and Jesus talks to us. So how can those that hear?
I think when we get into this, we're really talking about the intersection of faith and relationships. And I think there's a high percentage of born again believers that don't believe in the intersection of faith and relationships. They think relationships are in one category and faith is in another. And they don't see like the connection with Jesus and relationships.
Interesting.
That some spiritual people don't have spiritual relationships.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think the statistics are telling us that the reality is that practicing of faith doesn't actually connect with people. Don't see practicing of faith to connect with the way that they handle relationships. Born again believers.
I'm a kind of coin this term. I'm gonna have to look it up to see if it exists. But I think what we're talking about now is relationship versus relation sick.
Whoa. Relationship versus relation sick.
Yeah. and relation sick is those that don't know or understand the components of relationship. So relationships stay damaged and stay hurt because of their perception of what relationship is. So relationships become relation sick because there is the relational component breaks down, and there is no particular space to come back to it.
Okay, so relation sick.
Yeah, and I'm kind of defined in midstream here.
Okay, so they do not understand the dynamics of healthy relationships. They have
Mm-hmm.
dysfunctional ideas around relating to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the issue is like you can even find this with believers, born again believers who don't take the time to learn healthy relationship. Just
Yeah.
because you speak in tongues, just because you pray, just because you have faith does not mean you have applied faith to how you relate to others. And people get married under the space of not being able to become healthy, not being able to become healthy enough to actually be joined with another. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because relation sick only makes the other person sick.
That's what it does.
When you decide to get in a relationship, dating, fiance, married to someone, and your relation sick, then the
Mm-hmm.
other person becomes relation sick because now they
Yeah.
have to deal with your sickness and they are even possibly a product of your sickness, which is
If
why I say that marriage is a destiny shifter.
there you go with that again. if if your friend
Okay.
or spouse
Yeah.
cannot enjoy certain spaces with
Mm.
you, then there may be a problem with relationship on some end or another. And I'm not going to put it on the spouse or the friend. I'm just saying that somewhere relationship exists.
Yeah. When we can't, you're saying when we can't bring relationship to different spaces,
Yeah.
then possibly it's because the some part of us is relation sick.
Or or who relationship is required with is relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, this one of the things this is bringing up for me because dating God's way with the premise of either being married or with the premise of doing life with someone in a healthy way so you learn to be married. And I just like to do a pause here and say, you know, for me, I really learned a lot of my relationship, how to be in a space with another person. I really learned a lot of that from having a roommate,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like me and my best friend lived together previous, right before I got married. So I had 4 or 5 years to like make a lot of mistakes and like figure out like what how to be in a relationship with someone in a healthy way. And you know, even though I didn't get everything right, I got some things right that I could then bring to you. And so I do think that when we talk about marriage and dating, it's actually realizing that the healthy relationship traits that you pick up from other relationships actually help you in your dating and marriage relationships. When you learn to do life healthy with others, is giving you some of the things you need to be able to have a healthy relationship with a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Yeah. This is going to be good, especially as we get into Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday, that um, some of you are going to be going over relatives' house for the first time, being around new friends, new family, and everything for the first time. And it's going to test um, your relationship, like how they gave you the COVID test. Then you're just going to test your relationship, your relational abilities.
Your relational abilities. And like, let's get into that. Because when you and I was dating, like, we just had a story today about how when me and Apostle Will first started dating, I was a toothpick. I was Oliver, whatever her name is. I was a size 0 when me and Apostle Will started dating. And Apostle Will family is, you know, they're not 0, okay? So, when I came around, people talked about how young I was, people talked about how skinny I was. And those things, can test your relationship abilities. For me, I was just like, this is who I am. I had a lot of confidence. It didn't actually bother me because I was like, this is who I am. Okay. I was unbothered by it, but it could have been another way. Okay.
Yeah.
It could have been another way. If I was the type of person that maybe had relational wounds or things like that, those things could have hindered me. And I do think that it's important to talk about those types of things because I think on our first or second meetup with some of your family, they was talking about how some other girl liked you. I mean, just some other girl at the church. Y'all, it was crazy because we talking about dating God's way. It was crazy. And I was like, first of all, I just met this little man. I mean, what is happening here now? But those things can test your relationship. Those things can test your relational abilities, not your relationship with the person per se, but your relational ability to continue with the person without. I really wasn't offended because I was like, I had enough confidence to be like, she still ain't me. So that is how
I had to go into your spaces too.
Absolutely. You did
Your
have to go to
spaces. Your family spaces, church spaces,
for sure.
Eastern Shore spaces.
For sure. For sure. When my family was like, oh, what happened? Y'all get married because she pregnant? Y'all get married so fast because she pregnant?
That was the question.
Child, I said, I was looking at my family like, why are y'all ignorant? Oh my gosh. Right. Woo! I said testing relational. My God, testing your relational ability to be healthy enough to not respond to those things that makes it about you and the person you're dating.
Yeah. So our relationship test isn't just what's on paper. You go to the counseling and the premarital counseling or the marriage counseling, and they give you the relationship test. Are you guys compatible? But then the to expand that is, are you compatible with their family? Are you compatible with their friends? Are you compatible with their world?
Are you compatible with their world?
Yeah. And I think that's something that's really unsaid. Can you come into my world and my world adapt to you and you adapt to my world? Or not? And if we can't, I'm okay with it.
Let me say
can we have the talk?
But let me challenge that. I challenge your world for sure.
Absolutely.
Right. And so absolutely. Compatibility is like
you was an atom bomb. When you dropped, you was like, boom, I'm here.
So is it compatibility or is it are you willing to allow that person to take space in your space?
I think both and. I think compatibility is, can you adjust to a quiet family or family that don't, right?
Yeah, no, that's a fact for sure.
Can you adjust to this culture versus being in your culture that you were in where a conversation was like level 100? I'm like, why are y'all fussing all the time? So yeah,
how we talk. We're not fussing.
But it was, could I adjust to it? Right? Could I adjust to your culture? Could I come in? Could I come in your world and be okay with, this? And then, and then build our own, whatever our own thing is, in our home, build our own thing in our own culture in our home, knowing that we have all these influencing cultures that we come out of, and that we still have to go in and come in and go out and still, grow the culture of our home.
Yeah. So our dating God's way tip number 1 today is know the culture of the person you are dating or the person that you are thinking of dating.
Mm,
Know the culture of the person you are dating or prospectively dating.
that's
Know
interesting.
their
Yeah.
family culture. I think that is really important. What you're saying about that is like, because you have to be able to adjust. You have to know what the culture is. And I do think that that's something that we did well, was we did know each other's culture. Even if it was, we got married very fast.
Very fast.
We
Yeah.
got married within 9 months of knowing
Yeah,
each
we
other.
kind of had this. We had to speed some things. When we said after I proposed that we knew we was getting married, then we had to speed some things up, and and we had to, some of we had to be like, I know what I'm taking into this merge, but you know what? I think we can. I think we could. This will develop
We can
along the
work through
way.
it. We'll
We
work
can
through
work
it.
through it.
Yeah. So whether you were talking to me or him, we met in March. We
I was
were
25. I had to say I
I
was
was
25.
21. I was
Yes.
21. So we met in March or April, depending on who you're talking to. July we got engaged. December we got married.
So
And
and I think there was something to say about naivety, right? We were very naive. We wouldn't admit it then. Back then, we knew it at 21 and 25. We knew it all.
sure.
But now I'm 50 plus. I was really, really very naive. But I had a strong head about it. I had a strong head about it.
Which gets us into our kind of segue into, this idea of like dating young and dating older.
Yeah.
So part of our research we did as well was about this idea of like people are waiting to get married. And I saw a lot of different commentary on why people are waiting, right? People are waiting until late 30s, 40s. And one person says, one kind of research space says that people are waiting because they refuse to settle.
Hmm.
That once you are out of your naive stage, we were very naive. We were naive, but also very calculated. Let's be honest.
Absolutely. I was very calculated back then.
Like, you were very much so weighing, is she going to work? You had like a whole like do. And so did I. Okay, like where does he come from? Is the Holy Ghost going to increase or decrease? I need to know. Like, let me look at his mama and them. I mean, we both had our
Like,
own.
I desired a working wife.
Right. And I desired a spiritual husband. And so.
And I was like, if my scraps is this much, her scraps could be that much. But when our scraps come together, we making this much.
That was his whole motto, y'all.
Oh, it was a destiny shifter.
Oh gosh. Oh boy. A destiny shifter. Please go somewhere and have several seats. But I do think that getting into our, now that we have, even our audience that we started with have matured.
Yes.
Right. Some of our audience has matured. They are no longer in their 20s. They are now 30s. Okay. Some may be closer to 40s. And I think that when we get into like this idea of settling, okay, because even though you're saying we were naive, we were unwilling to settle. Like I left a relationship to be together. So like,
that was so good of you. That was so smart. That was the best decision of your life.
Was it my best decision?
The best decision ever.
Marriage is one of the biggest decisions that you're going to make in your entire life. I do believe that. But I do think that what I would say about our dating God's way tip number 2 is like weighing. I think it's important to weigh your what do I want to call that? Like not your options, but like weighing your, like it's not potential, because I hate potential. But that's what it kind of was, like kind of weighing potential against reality. I think there is something about, if somebody tells you, let me give it to you this way. if somebody tells you, and I think this happens a lot in relationships, so we really get into it. A lot of times people sell you the potential. You sold me the potential.
Yeah.
You was like, oh, I mean, like, I now that I look back on it, I'm like, I think you was like, get me a little bit. Cause you was like, you know, our marriage gonna be a ministry. Like some things I was like, I don't know, maybe it was Holy Spirit inspired, but also I think you knew what I wanted.
I was
So
sharing my heart.
you was kind of like
I was
sharing your heart
sharing
and
I was sharing my
also
heart.
getting me a little bit, maybe. But I think you do have to weigh somebody's like weigh potential against reality. Because if you don't weigh, like somebody can sell you anything. I mean, like a life of what, you know, and I think as you get older, this becomes even more important. Like maybe you had a potential to be someone or something, but you got to kind of weigh that against reality. Is that
Well,
person, does that person have the character to meet that pipe dream that they might be selling you?
well, I mean, in my defense, or or support, it may have been potential, but I showed you a lot too. I showed you.
It's true.
I showed you that um, I was somebody that, for lack of a better word, that you could gamble your trust on.
It's true.
And 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 you had an out. And you had an out. Your past experience with you know, after high school, your past experience with life, you know, being independent, you definitely had an out. I mean, you know, you
I had
could,
money in the bank for sure.
right, you
I
had
had
money in
money
the bank.
for sure.
So and I think that was another thing too, like um you didn't need me for those areas you didn't need me for.
I didn't need you for security.
Yeah, and
That's
yeah,
correct. I could take care of
thanks.
myself. I didn't need you for
Absolutely,
security. That's for sure.
absolutely. So you know, for you, probably marrying me was a God call.
For sure. I mean, I wasn't going to marry anybody unless I felt that God was telling me to do so. So that is for sure for me.
And
I
grandma
wasn't
said,
going to do
and grandma and mom said I was okay.
that.
Boom. And
Man,
granddad liked me a whole lot too.
period. Because then you could be a pastor. Um, like I do think that talking about this idea though of potential, like I think you make a really good point of like character and also watching someone's history. I do
Yeah.
think there's something to be said, particularly as you get older, and knowing someone in all seasons, like literal fall, winter, summer. Like there is something to be said about, you know, watching someone over time and or being willing to talk to people that know that person and not go lie to you. Why are you laughing? Family?
At
Uh,
comment.
that yeah, I mean, I do think there has to be some way to get into character things to make sure that you're not being sold a bag of tricks though.
Yeah, and I think it's important, like your character just don't show up on events, but your character is consistent, right?
Yeah.
Your good character isn't just on the holidays or when you got to be around family, but your character can be seen in your consistency,
Yeah.
how you do life. So if you were to pull up on me unaware and I was somewhere else,
Yeah.
you ask, is this the same person that I've been dating all this time? Or dude, what you doing out here?
Yeah.
because I don't know this you.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing about potential is heavy though, because I do think a lot of people get married based off potential. They think someone is going to change. Like once we get married, this person's going to be better, or they're going to do better, they're going to do something. Like it's just not.
And they could,
I
but as you say, it's potential.
mean, they could if they want to.
If they want to, and if they desire. And one thing about potential, or one thing about change, is that I was watching one TV show, and I was like, is that real change? Because for this person, it took situations for this person to say, I'll be a better person. Like, why do you have to be a better person for a situation? A situation should not require you to change for the situation or to be a better person.
Yes.
But you should be a better person because that's what's evolving out of you.
Yes, because you want to change from the inside out.
Right. Not based on, you caught me. So yeah, because you caught me, I'm gonna be a better person. No. Did your mind change? Did your mind change? Did your heart change? That's what makes you better.
That's
how you think about things. How you think about it now. That's what makes you better.
Yeah.
Not that you got caught.
Not that you got caught, or not that you were shown to be not honest, like not financially or otherwise. And I do think that, as we're getting into our first episode of Dating God's Way, our first official episode, thinking about this idea of not settling, that they say why people are waiting. I think the other reason why people are waiting is because is people have things now. Like once you get older, you have assets.
Yeah.
And just frankly, a woman and men, you need to protect your assets. I have known since really the 90s, women particularly, not men as much on my end of knowing, but women who had their own businesses, who were very successful financially and have had men to marry them and take all their stuff.
Jesus.
I'm talking about their house, my auntie, she had a successful salon and she was in an era of entrepreneur women. And I'm just going to tell you, in watching that era of women, a lot of women got taken by somebody with potential. And you know where a lot of those people came from? They came from the church.
Ouch.
They came from the church and they swindled those women out of their houses, out of their assets, out of their businesses. I'm talking about the idea that church gave people of like, oh, he saved and you saved and now y'all need to be married. He go to church and you go to church and now y'all need to come together. That is foolery at its finest.
And nobody's looking at the character of the man.
Nobody's looking at the character. Woman. Nobody's looking at anything. Saying we share the same faith. And I believe that's why that born again number of stats that we went over in the beginning of divorce is so high, because people are using faith and no knowledge.
Look, faith, we got like stupidity. We have like less than 15 minutes.
Oh.
But this is so good. I had a thought on my mind, but then I lost my thought.
Sorry.
About what I had. So keep going. It'll come back.
Yeah, I was just going to say, dating God's way tip number 3, you need faith and wisdom, period. Make sure you're being wise about who you choose to date and particularly who you choose to marry. Both and.
Oh, I got it. It came back. Okay. So one of the things, you brought up this topic because you said, hey, what about if we talk about what was it? Why people not getting married, or statistics say?
Yeah, why marry or not? Why
marry? So, and I had this talk with you before. This current culture and this Western hemisphere, it doesn't promote marriage. It promotes hanging out, going to the club does not promote marriage. I mean, it, we live right now. We live in this culture that we live in, this nation's culture of singleness. It
Yeah.
doesn't promote marriage. And when you do maybe ask somebody, about marriage, they, go back into their history about successful marriages that they have experienced. And,
Sure.
they go back to, their family was divorced, or they seen this and that happen. They're really, just the thought of it is trauma, even though they may not have been through it or been a product of it, but just
Yeah.
the thought of it becomes a little traumatizing to them. Right. And so we don't have a good culture that promotes why to be married.
Yeah.
I have my reasons why we should get married beyond just love.
You did.
And you have reasons of why to be married
Yeah.
beyond love.
Sure.
And so I think we have to again bring back a healthy outlook on marriage. Because right now, I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. And I see different podcasts and different people. They talk about, they were the side pieces and all this other mess stuff. And it's like, who's promoting healthy marriages? And I think we kind of celebrating more drama over relation health.
Yes. Yes. And I think, some of the words that come to mind for me, that when you talk about, so what does it look like? Because we love a good around vision. We love a good, what does it look like? And I think it looks like healthy love, partnership, covenant. We've made agreement and we both stick by the agreement. Stability.
So yeah.
Stability. Like, to me, this is what a healthy union looks like. We have healthy love, right? We learn how to fight fair. Okay. We learn how to communicate, because it's going to be disagreements. We're going to fight sometimes. Like, it's going to be like so. But healthy love is, we keep no record of wrong. We learn to bear one another's, who we are and wrongdoings and all the things.
We learn to forget. We learn to forgive quickly.
Learn to forgive quickly. Learn to cover sin. Look, that's for real. That's the Bible. Okay. Healthy love, partnership, that we understand we're partners and we understand that everything that we bring in is for us. Covenant. We make an agreement with God that then we carry out with each other.
And we learn that we don't compete with each other, but we help complete each other.
Yes. And that completion of each other is, I came in with some wholeness. Okay. I came in with some wholeness. I didn't come in broken. I came in with some wholeness, but there is an enhancement that can be brought to me that you complete. You complete my enhancement. You don't complete my brokenness. Period.
I didn't have to rescue you and you didn't have to rescue me.
Jesus rescued us. Oh my Lord.
And
I on the cross.
And I'm gonna just hypothesize because I don't know. I'm just bring some hypothesis here. Is that and that stat that you read about, especially about born again? I think people do get married to rescue somebody, and then after the person is rescued, or you find out you can't rescue, then what's left in the relationship?
Yes, because a lot of people come into relationships dysfunctionally trying to fix people.
Yes.
Period. And that is not the purpose of any relationship, is for you to be the fixer. There's no relationship where you are meant to be the fixer. You are made to healthy love, do partnership, do covenant with that person. You're not in it to fix them.
That's right.
And I think that's a problem that we have, is we want either to be fixed or we want to be the fixer. And that's not what marriage and dating is for. It's not for that. If you don't like the person the way they are, don't marry them.
That's all.
That's it. If you
That's
can't
it.
take
End
what
the,
they
end
got
the
going on,
relationship. If the relationship going towards marriage, you got to end it so that it won't hold you up.
period. That's a fact.
It
If
is. I'm
that
sorry.
person isn't good
Now
enough,
somebody's going to say this, but y'all been married almost 25 years, and you can say that because you have somebody. We're trying to help you get to 25 years with the right person and not 5 years with the wrong person.
that's correct. Okay, because I'm already telling you now. Look, people getting divorced shorter and shorter for sure. They like 3 weeks done. This was crazy. Why did I do it? I mean, like, going through our list, did you weigh your potential, the potential versus reality? Okay. Did you understand the culture that you were marrying into? And did you apply faith and wisdom? Not just faith. Oh, he's speaking in tongues and shouting, child. Okay. 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 Oh, she looked like she holy. She be singing them songs and she singing the fifth heaven. Child. Okay. Where is wisdom at? What kind of person this gonna be? Okay. What kind of life we about to build? Because you about to be going from house to house because that person didn't went from house to house. That's true. Anyway, that's dating God's way tonight. What you guys say?
That's dating God's way tonight. Hey.
Ooh, let y'all down,
Hey.
but for real, we got to get into
real.
it. Married or what? In deciding whether you want to be married or you're gonna be like Paul, I think it is really important to weigh the things that we talked about tonight as you either wait to be found or as you go out find it. Period.
So I want you to answer the question. I want you to be able to answer the question. This is why y'all married. This is why we're still married. And this is why we want to stay married. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
That's it, Apostle E.
That's it. Dating God's way.
Dating God's way. Hey, tune in next Tuesday at 6:30. We'll be right here.
Next Monday at 6:30. It's gonna be Monday.
All right, next Monday at 6:30. See us then, or we'll see you.